You can see I'm in a Crazy Chaos t-shirt. We are doing the aftermath of the Crazy Chaos launch event. Um, so I DJ'd in Scotland this weekend, and I'm gonna tell you all about it. And what what an event, what a weekend it's been. That is all I am going to say. It is no, I'm gonna say loads, but what a weekend. What an absolute vibe. This is a good one. This is going to be a good one. So I will say this right now. I will say it at the beginning of this stream because I don't care. This for me by far has been the best DJ set that I have ever played in a nightclub. And I know you're probably thinking like, this is crazy because I've done so many, and even stuff like the Stormfests, they were always sort of like high up on my list of like bookings and gigs that that I played, and stuff like the Bounce to Your Drop and stuff. And don't get me wrong, they are all still up there for me. They aren't any less good than they were. It's just this one is kind of like the new one that has kind of like come up onto the list of kind of like the really good gigs that I played. So I've got like kind of like tiers in my head of kind of like where events and gigs sit. So you've got ones where you go to them, that you have a good time, they're all right, they're fun, another enjoyable night. You have gigs where you go there and maybe the experience just isn't so good, and then you have kind of like events where you go there and you're just absolutely blown away by like how well it can go and how well things can happen. And we've done loads of them, like the Bounce to Your Drops, the Stormfest. They were all really so good, and then this one just kind of moves into that tier and comes up, and that is they're on that tier of that this has been really, really good. So the event itself, so what can I tell you about the event and stuff like that? So Crazy Chaos, it's a page that I've been doing live streams on. So when I'm behind the decks and I'm mixing at home, I've been doing live streams for a page called Crazy Chaos. They've been around for a little while. I joined them sort of late summer last year and began live streaming on their Facebook page and being a part of their Facebook page. Sadly, moved house, had issues with wires, so I've not been able to stream as much as I would have liked to have done on their page, but I've still done a few good streams. And anyway, cutting the story short, they have literally done a launch event. They put a launch event together. They were raising money for 2 charities, so that was really good. And they put on this event at a place called Hoyk in Scotland. It's just onto the Scottish borders, so you don't go too far into Scotland and then you hit Hoyk basically. And it was yeah, it was definitely some weekend, let's put it that way. So the event took place on the Saturday night, started at 9 o'clock, finished at 3 a.m. And we all, well, not all of us, but a load of the artists, we all stayed in this kind of like big apartment place. So it was, we called it the Crazy Chaos Castle. It kind of looked like a castle. Probably would have been a castle years ago, and it was a really nice place. Loads of the artists, they came over on the Friday, and they kind of like had a little bit of a get together and party on the Friday. They all went to the Witherspoons and just had a few drinks and had a little bit of a chat and a laugh, and then some of us came on the Saturday, like myself. I had to work on the Friday, so I couldn't like come on the Saturday, unfortunately. But that was still by no means meaning that it was a bad weekend for me, because it wasn't. It was really good. So on the Saturday, I set off to experience one hell of a drive, let's put it that way. So the only thing that kind of let the weekend down was probably the driving, just because the driving was like, it was one of those long sort of like journeys where you kind of feel like, are you ever going to get there? And at the same time, a couple of little things went wrong during the journey, which kind of meant that we arrived there a little bit later than I actually wanted to arrive there. But it didn't spoil how good the weekend and the event was. So we set off just after dinner time on Saturday. We set off a little bit later than I wanted to set off, but it was all good. We set off out of Hull, and you know, we was in good time. We was making good progress, and we got so far to where we was kind of like just sort of leaving England and coming into Scotland, and there was loads of like hilly roads, and you're kind of going up a hill, and then you're going back down, and then you're going up again, and the car, the little van we was coming in, wasn't too good on hilly roads, and actually started overheating, so we had to kind of like pull over. We kind of had to just let the car have a little van, we had to kind of let it have a little bit of a break and a little bit of a cool down. And the signal in them areas, they're not the best, so like the Google Maps with the sat nav, it just wasn't really calculating the route really that well. It was kind of like, are we ever going to get there? And oh, please don't say, you know, please don't say we're going to break down sort of somewhere near Scotland. But in the end, we finally was there. We was able to do it, and we was able to get there. And we arrived about just sort of around 6 o'clock on a Saturday evening, which was really good. Got to the Crazy Kaos Castle, met a lot of the other DJs there, where we were just kind of chilling out, and they were just kind of like talking, and at the same time getting ready for the event as well. And just, you know, being in sort of like really good spirits. So it was really good. Got shown to the available bedrooms, and picked a bedroom and stuff like that, and kind of just did the usual, you know, made some phone calls to my grandparents, look, I've arrived, all that kind of stuff, because, you know, it's a fair journey, innit? And, you know, they're obviously going to wonder, like, did I get there all right, and stuff like that. And that was all gravy. Had a bit of a laugh with some of the other sort of like DJs and, you know, residents in the apartment for the weekend. And got to the kitchen, got to the fridge, and it realised there was cans of Monster in the fridge. I was like, yes, come on, give me that bit of energy before the event. When I got to the apartment, the Crazy Kaos Castle, I was greeted by the owner of the event. He gave me this very nice Crazy Kaos t-shirt to wear, and not only that, you know, if this isn't a promoter going out of their way to just make everybody feel so welcome and give everybody a good time, they gave me a photo framed flyer of the event, and I just thought this is just such a really nice touch. So Mark, if you do watch this, big love to you, bro. This is absolutely fantastic, and I will cherish this forever. I will cherish this forevermore. This is so nice, and I can't wait. I'm not going to put it up on the wall just yet, because some things behind the scenes might be happening. But this, when I get a permanent place for it, or a place for a good while, let's say, this will be going up on the wall, and this will be absolutely be something I will always look back on as a memory and cherish. What an amazing time I had in Scotland. So we all got ready, and we headed over to the nightclub to help set up. And this is where the next part blew me away. So we get to the nightclub, it's raining, bit of a wet night, but we get into the club. The nightclub, it's such an amazing place. The nightclub was wicked. So the nightclub was kind of like on 3 different levels. So you kind of had like a lower level, there was some bars and some seats, and they kind of play like commercial music in there. You go up and you have like another level. there's like another bar, and this just has, again, it's just like a bar with some like seating area, and you can just sit down. And this is actually, there's some stairs, and this is kind of like the main stairs that you'll come up to get into the club when the club's open. You come out into this seating area, and then you kind of got two choices. So you can go up some more stairs, or you can go down some stairs. And that'll take you back to that commercial room where I was telling you about. And then in that commercial room, you go down some more stairs, like just like about 2 or 3 or 4 stairs, and you come to like a little sort of like corridor, and it's got the toilets and stuff, and then there's like a fire exit at the back of it. But in the main level where you first come up to, if you choose to go up the stairs instead of going down to the commercial room, that will take you to the dance floor area. And you've got this pretty big dance floor area, and there's another bar on the dance floor area as well. So I don't know if that, like, I think Scottish people just like their drink. So I think, they're just making, they're just catering for Scottish people loving a good loving a good piss up, and they're giving us all these bars. So you've got this bar, and then above this bar, on a really high up balcony, that kind of almost looks like the grill of an aeroplane without the propeller on it. It's a DJ booth. It's the DJ booth, and it's just really, really crazy and wicked. So the first floor, where all the little seating areas are, where you come up the stairs, like if you enter in the nightclub and it's a bar just with seating area, where you've got that choice to go down to the commercial room or up to the dance floor, you actually go behind the bar, you go up some stairs, and that will take you to where the DJ booth is. So it's kind of well out the way, and you kind of like sort of like just, you go behind the bar, and you go up these stairs, and you come to like a little, almost like a little upstairs room, and there's some like I don't know if there's some like pumps and stuff, and different like coolers and stuff for like some of the beer taps and stuff like that. And then there was just kind of like, they store some stuff up there and stuff like that, and then you come out and you go into where the DJ booth is. And the DJ booth is like really good, and it's got like monitor speakers in there, so it was, really well catered for in that sense. And then when you're on, in that DJ booth and on that kind of like balcony, you're looking straight down on the dance floor, which is really good, really amazing. So the night opened, and it was really good. So the music started playing, the DJs were on. It was a little bit quiet, not going to lie. And it was raining and stuff, and we was kind of like, I hope we get a few heads in tonight kind of thing. And I'll be completely honest, like, I thought, like, I can't see this doing mega well. And that's not that I didn't have faith in like Crazy Kaos, but I just thought it's a wet night. It doesn't look like there's many people about, so, is it just going to be, is it just genuinely going to be one of those quiet weekends? And it got a little bit later on, and it filled up a little bit, a few people started venturing in, and I thought, yeah, there's a couple of people coming in now. People seem to be having a good vibe, enjoying themselves. I was doing the mic work. I was, emceeing and stuff on like some wireless microphones and stuff like that, which was really good. And it just got a little bit busier. And then I started to get harassed by some girls that were wanting to shout on the mic, and shout like oi oi and stuff down the mic. And I let them do it a couple of times to be nice, and then I thought, no, I'm the MC, you can't just keep grabbing the mic. So I went up, and I went to sort of like where the booth is, and this was just before I was going on to DJ as well. So I went there, went up there, and kind of just stayed up there a bit as well, out of the way. But it's real hard when there's a DJ in the booth. It's hard for an MC to get in the booth as well. So I kind of just went upstairs just to have a little bit of a breather, get away a little bit, kind of thing. I go on at 20 past 12. So obviously the guy who's on before me, I've come up and I've obviously come to get ready. I pulled my headphones out and all of that stuff. And he's kind of looking at me like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you coming to put your stuff in now? I'm still on, kind of thing, not realising. And he was looking at like a computer screen that was in the DJ booth, and it actually was displaying the wrong time. Oh, sugar, just dropped something. Yeah, it was actually displaying the wrong time. And anyway, cutting a long story short, when he realised that it was actually time for me to come onto the decks, he obviously apologised. Said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought that clock was. I was going by that clock," which was understandable, and I still got on to the decks in time. So I plug in, go to the decks, look out, and there's just a sea of people. The place is absolutely heaving. The place is rammed, and I'm thinking, because all these people come from? Like, nowhere of a lie. The place is absolutely packed, and there's over 200 people inside the nightclub at this point, and I was just like proper. I was buzzed. Like, I didn't even know where these people had come from, and I thought, oh my god, I thought, I'm gonna have to put a fucking show on here. And I just completely changed what I was gonna play. I just saw this sea of people and thought, I've just got to go for it now. This is your chance, Noble. You've got just one of the biggest crowds that you could play for. For the size of the nightclub. Like, the dance floor was rammed from what I could see, and I didn't even know that the other bit, where like the bar and the seating area, that was all rammed as well, and I didn't know that because I couldn't see that from being up in the booth. So I just thought, what's on the dance floor is what's on the dance floor, but there was more than that. And yeah, so I jumped on, played the set, and the set just went so well. It was the best set that I've ever played. I just absolutely loved it, and it was just really good. Absolutely amazing to see. So, there were so many tunes I didn't play that I would have loved to have played. Like, I could have just stayed on for so much longer. But unfortunately, we have set times and we have to come off and let the others go on. But I'd like proper got into it, just playing all these tunes. And every time I was dropping something, you could hear the crowd singing along, which was really good. I dropped some of my own remixes. I dropped some real good tracks like Because of You. I dropped the Outforce remix of Because of You. Everybody's singing along to it. Everybody's dancing along. Dropped a remix of Heaven is a Place on Earth. Everybody's just going for it. That was really good. I dropped Outforce Another Night. That was, again, people love that. Then I dropped like my remix of High Hopes. I road tested a new remix I've done with DJ Turner called Little White Pony. That absolutely went off. Played just loads of absolute dance floor damages, and the set just went really well. People loved it. People was buzzed. People was jumping. People was videoing. Everybody was just having such an amazing time, and it was so good to see. And I'm proper excited that it went so well, and it just for me the set, it was one of the best. It was the best set that I played in a nightclub. I've never seen a crowd that have just been so up for it. Like, when I played at Stormfest, like, this is a really good example, and that for me is probably up there. The set I played last year at Stormfest, that was the best set that I've ever played at a gig. For me, that was the best set that I played at a gig, but now this one has just taken over. But the thing with Stormfest, it was a D&B festival, and so they play D&B, they play hardcore, they play like techno and house and stuff. They don't really cater for bounce sets, but they booked me to play a bounce set, and that went off, and everybody absolutely loved it. But they're not Bounce fans; they're D&B heads. So coming here, it was like everybody was Bounce heads, and everybody was loving the tunes and singing along, and it was proper good. And there was no one saying like, oh, this is rubbish. The dance floor wasn't clearing. People were just up there. They were ready for it. They were enjoying it. They were on that dance floor, and it was really good. It was absolutely amazing. So I've got loads of videos to post of the set. They'll come up as little YouTube shorts because some of them are only like 27 seconds long. Just little clips I've taken, capturing like just some of the tracks I was playing. I would have liked to have got more videos myself, but you're in the moment and you're DJing, and obviously things happen, and you get busy. So I don't always get time, but I managed to take a few videos and some really good stuff. So I'm proper buzzed about that, and it's the green light. It was really successful. So Crazy Chaos, in total they've raised about 1,700 and something for both charities. That's including like people who donated before the event, and then all the people that donated on the night of the event. People paying to come into the event and stuff, which it was £10 there to come in, and it was really good. It was really good. And yeah, I really enjoyed my time on the mic, really enjoyed my time behind the deck, stayed right till the end of the event, waited, and sort of like helped pack down and stuff, and then went back to the Crazy Chaos apartment, made some toast, because you can't beat having a bit of toast, and didn't end up getting to sleep until like 6 a.m, and then we literally we was up again by about 9:30 because we had to check out at 10, and we went over to Witherspoons and we all had a big Scottish breakfast, and it was so nice, and then set off for what was a really annoying journey home, where the sat nav was just playing up and it was telling us to turn, and then where we was turning was just taking us on like a longer diverted route, and I was getting stressed out because the driver was like, I don't think we're going the right way, and I'm like, I'm going the way the maps, I'm telling you to go the way the map's telling us to go, and he's like, no, this isn't right, and I'm saying, how can't it not be right, the map is telling us to turn this way, and yeah, for some reason the map wanted to take us like on some real little A roads and take us like towards the coast road of like like Sunderland and stuff, and just really just not that good, but so we followed some signs for Newcastle and sort of fucked the sat nav off, if you like, and just took it from there, and then eventually about 4:30 in the afternoon got back to Hull, and got back to my mum's house, had a quick cup of tea, and then I got dropped off back at home, chilled out for a bit, then my mate came and picked me up, and we went and got a little bit of food, and sort of chilled out, sat in his car after the food, and I just started going away with the fairies. My eyes started closing, thinking I'm actually getting a bit tired now. So I came home, got chilled out, stuck the telly on, as you do, and then boom, that was it. Sort of just, away with the fairies until more or less this morning. So, but what an amazing weekend, really good. So big shout to Mark, of course, for getting me involved, getting me on at the event. Really good to play it. The place got absolutely rammed. I was really proper buzzed. Really played to an amazing crowd in the end, and everything just turned out so good, and everybody just did so well, and it was just so good to see. So once again, big up Mark. It was really nice to meet everybody. It was really nice to see everybody, and until next time, I think there's going to be another one sort of July, August time, so that'll be really good, and I will be definitely trying to make the trip for that. If I'm playing it again, I'll be definitely going. If I'm not playing it again, and I do happen to be free, then of course I will be aiming to hopefully maybe try and just come over for the event and support the brand, and I'd love to stay in that castle again. If I was going to do it, I'd arrange something a bit better this time, just so like I could maybe go on the Friday and sort of make a little bit more of a weekend of it, and take it from there really. And you know, sort of explore Oik a little bit more, because I didn't really get too much time to do that, which was, you know, it was a little bit of a shame. But there we go. So make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to share. The next booking, we are in Spennymoor, and we are ripping it up in Spennymoor, and can't wait for that one. And then the following weekend, we are in Manchester after that. So we've got a little weekend off, no gigs, and then we have loads of gigs coming in. So keep peeled for them. Like, comment, share, and we'll see you soon.